Hi, everybody, and welcome to I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel, and welcome to a new live stream. And today is Saturday. It's basically the afternoon time on Saturday in the US, which predominantly most of the viewers that watch the channel, wherever you might be around the world, welcome to a live stream. Today, we might just go through a few things that I don't often talk about, but I thought I'd just bring it up as part of the live stream. If we do get some live chat, of course, we'll talk about cruise ships as part of the live stream as well. But I just thought I'd bring up a few pages that I've kind of prepared ahead of time so that you can just have a look at what's going on. So yeah, if some people join the chat or not, we'll see how it goes. I don't think we're going to do a very long stream today. So yeah. So I'm currently in Moscow, Russia, by the way. If you are new to the channel, my name is Russell. I work on cruise ships. I'm currently on vacation at the moment. I am waiting to go back. Hopefully, well, I was hoping this month, but more than likely next month. I'm currently waiting on a visa for me to be able to travel in and out of Russia. I do have my work visa to get back into the US. That's already been arranged before I came over here. Everything's sort of basically in place to join the ships. Once I've got my residency visa for Russia, my wife and I have lived here now for the last 5 months. We were in Australia prior to that. So yeah, welcome anybody who hasn't been in the live stream before. If you're watching it for the first time maybe on replay, not live, I do have a habit of not scheduling these particularly well. So I'm sorry if you're kind of watching it on the spare of the moment. I don't have the best camera in the world, but I hopefully have a great microphone for playback. So yeah, just bear with me. Yeah, I've worked on cruise ships for a total of 22 years this year, technically. I am going to count the years that I haven't been on the ship during COVID times, although I wasn't physically on the ship. Basically, we end up counting after about 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 years. People who work on cruise ships basically count how long they've worked on ships in contracts. And then after that, it ends up being that you end up basically counting it as years. So basically after, maybe 2 or 3 or 5 years, it ends up in years. Alexis says, hi, how's it going, Alexis? You're going on Mariner. Nice. Mariner of the Seas, I take it. I think, oh no, Freedom of the Seas is the one that's in Miami today. I thought Mariner was the one that was in Miami. I just thought I'd pull up the live here of the webcam in Miami. I'm not going to spend too much time showing this today. There's not a lot of ships in Miami today. It's also a little bit later, so some of the ships have already left. Yeah, I think Mariner's actually sister ship to Freedom, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is basically the website that shows where the ships are all around the whole world. If I zoom right back, we can see here. And then obviously in the Caribbean, there's quite a lot dotted around the place. The ones with arrows are basically sailing, and the one with dots are the ones that are basically anchored or in a port or aren't sailing. So you'll see like here, Norwegian Star is just off the coast of Miami Beach, probably North Miami, I guess. That ship hasn't gone back into service after a pause. So basically that's why there's a dot right there. It's not sailing, and you'll see Conquest went out a little bit earlier on. Mardi Gras heading back up the coast. You're asking, does the Mariner have good entertainment? So I've not worked on Royal Caribbean, so I can't probably give you any good feedback on that, I guess. I'm sure it has great entertainment. I mean, most ships, let's say in the last sort of 5 or 10 years, have really upped the game of entertainment and kind of the types of shows. Going back when I first started on cruise ships, they were more classical kind of Broadway, Las Vegas, feathers and lights kind of shows. And now they've just gone to next level kind of, with video walls and LED lighting and lasers and, you know, uh, you know, people swinging from high wires all over the place. So, Ada's asking, "Hey Russell, you're feeling okay in Moscow?" I am. Yeah. Look, honestly and truly, we're kind of about well, how long? If we drive a car, which we don't, we're about 45 minutes from Moscow center, which I always consider Red Square as the center of Moscow. I was actually in Moscow today. I had to go and get my headphones fixed. I've got some Bose headphones, there's noise canceling ones. And about 2 p.m., I said to my I'd emailed them previously before today asking about me coming to get them. The foam on the inside of the headphone has kind of gone very funny. So I emailed them asking if I could bring them under warranty to be fixed. And then I just said to my wife this today, I said, "Oh, give them a call for me and see if I can come in and what the situation is." And about 2:05, I just thought, "Oh, I'll just get on the bus and the metro and go there." It was basically on maybe I basically took the metro in, the train and then the metro, and I got off the station at Bolshoi Theater. I'm sure you know that place. And I then took a bus to about to within 10-minute walk of the building where they had like the Bose, I guess, warranty repair place. Maybe not exciting for everybody, but it was a really cool back rooms. I asked the guy, "Can I come in and watch you replace the foam on the headphones?" And it was like just every guy's dream, like like workbenches where they were working on headphones and speakers and anything that was Bose, basically the brand Bose. I guess Bose sometimes breaks. So yeah, there was a couple of guys in there working on things. Yeah, so I went there, and then actually afterwards I went to Pushkin Square. I don't know if anyone's seen on the news in the last 2 days, I guess, some protests, people protesting against what's happening in Ukraine. There was some protests in Moscow last night. I guess we're on the next night now for me here. I guess 2 nights ago there was some protesting going on there, and I saw it on on a live stream from a news channel. And then after I was at this headphone place, I thought, "Oh, I'll go to." There's a McDonald's there. The first McDonald's in Russia is in Pushkin Square. I wonder if I can just bring up the map of that. I'm sure that's not exciting for everybody, but I guess if you know me and things like that, yeah, this is the map of. Oh, it's going to be a little bit slow. This is the map of Moscow right here, and this is actually called Kiev Highway or Kiev Kishusei. And we live down here at Prelivka. You can see just there, my house, little blue dot. And then if I zoom back, so basically I walk to the near the highway, I catch a bus to where are we over here? Salarevo, right here. There's actually a huge shopping center here, massive shopping center. So you might go to the other map, it might be more interesting. This massive shopping center right here. And then I take the metro then into Moscow center. I've got some of these highlighted places. And I went to this place right here, which is where the Bose service center was. But I got off in the Bolshoi Theater. There's the Bolshoi right there. And I took the bus from this bus stop just opposite Bolshoi Theater. Can you see where it's a little bit crowded with traffic? Obviously, the zebra crossing is operating here. And the bus pulled in right here. I guess they look like trucks, not buses, but that's where I caught the bus from. And then Pushkin Square is up Tverskaya Street, just up here. I think this is it here, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. That's the McDonald's I was at. Yeah, this is Pushkin Square. Right here. There's Alexander Pushkin himself. This is actually summertime. These are the Google Maps. And the McDonald's I went to is just on this other side of the road over here. You can see Mac Cafe just in the bottom of this 9-story building. I don't know how much it shows that McDonald's. Oh, there it is. This is obviously summertime when the camera's driven by here, because today there was nobody sitting outside like this at all. But it's a huge McDonald's inside. It's 3 levels. You kind of go in on this lower level, and then that's where you do your food ordering right here. Then there's basically 2 levels here underneath this apartment building. Yeah, and I went there afterwards. And actually, I kind of went over there because I wanted just to do a little walk around here at Pushkin Square to see what was going on. And the police and the army and I don't know who else, they'd literally cordoned off this entire place, like all the way around with barricades. And then on the other side as well, I ended up being just this courtyard over here. This is like a concert hall. I was on this second level of concert hall. It's a bit hard to see there. And these barricades, you see the temporary ones right there? So they basically put them around the entire complex, the entire road here. It was crazy to see. And then there was literally a guy within arm's reach of each other, like the full riot police style guys there. So yeah, I just thought I'd go and check it out, and there was no real excitement apart from I reckon there was probably 300, 400 police and army and this military guys. And then I just walked down. Actually, you can just see here, if you walk this way down Sverskaya Street, that's the Kremlin over here in the very distance. So I went down there. I'm not sure if I can pull up the photo that I took. I'll show if I can see the photo on my phone of I was in. Let's go to the other camera. Where are we over here? Let's go to this one. It's probably a pretty cool photo. It probably doesn't look as good in the camera right here, but maybe I'll post it on Facebook. That was the Red Square where I went for a bit of a walk. It was a really nice night as well. There was very few people there. You can see the Kremlin walls, if that kind of comes up okay. And then this was the kind of can you see the kind of armed police right there, or the military, I guess? They were all around. She doesn't really show that well there, but there was a few of them just there. But there was hundreds and hundreds. There's a really cool, like a walking tunnel very close to where I was as well. So I thought I'd do that kind of walk there. That's my McDonald's that I had. Not really that exciting photo. Yeah, that's I just took this out the window. A friend sent me a message while I was on the bus, just quite randomly. That's the FSB building, or the old KGB building, and the bus I was on just goes by there. It's kind of a huge, massive kind of building. It's the original KGB building in the center of Moscow. They now call it FSB, which is kind of like the same thing but differently worded. So yeah. Brenda, how are we going? Hey, I'm late. Just finished dinner. Hope all is well your way. Yeah, it's really good. I think my wife's a bit more worried about things going on than I am, in terms of, I guess, the worry factor of things going on. So yeah, just on the live camera here, this is from the one of the channels here. I'm not going to show too much of this. I had my other video had some issues when I did the live streaming of the Wonder of the Seas coming in. So I'm not going to show too much of this, but this is the port of Miami. 2 ships leaving right there. There's Jewel of the Sea still there tomorrow. Well, there's quite a few ships tomorrow. So yeah, and this is the tracker just showing the ships pulling out. Yeah, Norwegian Pearl. Actually, I was on Norwegian Pearl when they built the ship. I was we went to Eemshaven in Holland, and I brought out the Pearl from the shipyard. yeah, it was a very cool experience to do that for Norwegian Cruise Line. I was in the shops for NCL at the time, quite a few years ago now. But yeah, one thing I thought I'd talk about a little bit, which is pretty much a little bit the title of the live stream. Yeah, by the way, it's 2:25 a.m. here. So you guys, it's kind of like perfect timing. I know most of the viewers tend to be in the US, Canada. So can I jump to cruise talk? Yeah, let's talk away. We'll talk about cruise ships. I was going to talk about shopping for a cruise. That was kind of one thing I was going to bring up if there wasn't too much chat kind of going on. We've been on 4 cruises. Wow, that's pretty cool. I've been on, I guess, ones that I haven't worked on. I've been on the Carnival Spirit when it was in Australia. I did a 10-day cruise over to the Pacific Islands. That was pretty neat. And I went on the Paradise when it was non-smoking a lot of years ago. Yeah, greetings from Texas, sailing out Monday on the Breeze. Nice. I was also on Breeze as well. I was actually on the second contract after it was brand new. It's a really neat liquor store on there. Obviously, if you're not aware, I work on cruise ships in the duty-free shops, or the liquor shops specifically. And it's a really neat circular liquor store. So when you go into the shop, the counter's in a middle island with a pole right there. So it's kind of a very narrow space where the staff member stands, but the shop is in a circle around that. So if you're going to go into the liquor store, check out the liquor store and how it's a circular shop when you walk in. It's very neat and a lot of space for displaying things and things like that. So Brenda says, update on CDC with no mandate for indoor masks. Yeah, right. So Carnival brought that up. We talked about that a little bit on the previous cruise news that I did a few days ago. And I kind of went through it in quite a bit of detail. I kind of filmed a different way to do the live stream, the live news. We can go over to their website. This is Carnival's press website. It's carnival-news.com. And they had this is for Carnival specifically. I guess sort of different cruise lines have very similar rules here and there. So yeah, Carnival said effectively cruises departing March the 1st, masks on board will be recommended, but not required. Which is kind of good news. There may, however, be certain venues and events where masks will be required. Now, I did talk about this in the cruise news that I did, and I'm really not too sure which places they would sort of say that they're not required, but I guess where they're more confined spaces, I can't think of anywhere like that. I only kind of thought of maybe the spa, or maybe if they did like a meet and greet in, for instance, the library, where it's, the 2 square meter rule or whatever rule it is where you live, 4 square meter rule. For cruises departing March 1st, some flexibility in pre-cruise testing will also come into play. So it's a little bit awkward the way they've worded that, because if you've been vaccinated without the booster, it's 48 hours before the cruise. And if you're vaccinated with the booster, where it's available and where you've got it, it's 72 hours before the cruise. The cruise line Carnival hasn't, this is Carnival specific. I think pretty much all cruise lines, especially out of the US, they've not specified the need for a booster shot. But the cruise lines have kind of left a bit of an open window to the rule. I'm not sure if we can bring up the Carnival. What am I spelling here? Website, where they've got a little bit more detail on it. It kind of really goes into a lot of detail. The cruising protocols, I guess you call it. The cruise lines generally are trying to basically expand out the minimum testing so where it's going from 48 hours to 72 hours. So you're going to get a 3-day window to do testing rather than a 2-day window. Yes, updated February 21. It's a very long, this is actually on the carnival.com website, kind of that link right at the top of the page. There is a kind of a bit here that I guess we'll wait, doesn't matter. We've got the information right here. So fully vaccinated guests. So guests who are up to date with their vaccine may take their testing within 3 days prior to sailing. Up to date means a person that has received all recommended COVID-19 vaccinations, including any boosters, when eligible. If a guest is fully vaccinated but not up to date with their vaccinations, i.e. is eligible for a booster but has not received one, they must take the pre-cruise COVID test within 2 days of sailing. So that's kind of a bit of a mouthful, I guess. So yeah, does it say it anywhere else? I thought it did about the booster. It says there an example of 3 days before. Yeah, there was a little bit somewhere written that the cruise line where the cruise line isn't requiring people to have the booster, but they're sort of saying that at some point, for instance, the CDC or whoever it might be will require the words fully vaccinated to be including the booster. Does that make sense? So basically fully vaccinated would mean 2 shots plus the third one, or depending on which. I've had Pfizer myself, so mine would be 2 shots. Then the booster would be the third shot. So yeah, it's somewhere in this wording. I don't know where it is now, but travel insurance, advanced health screening, quarantining, masks. Yeah, so there is basically a few words about that. So yeah, that's been how you kind of interpret it. So yeah, what I do is, part of I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. So if you haven't been a subscriber to the channel and you may be watching this for the first time, of course you can subscribe. I do live streams every weekend at the moment. I should do them more often, but I tend to do them either Saturday or Sundays. Because that just seems to be the better day. I could do them any day of the week if people have a better day or a better time to do them. It's not really a problem for me, even though it's 2:33 a.m. here. I just want to sort of time it better with everybody in the US who may kind of want to watch the live streams. Of course, if you're watching it on replay or you're switching on and off, no worries at all. So part of I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. I've also got a website, which I'm very lazy and I've not done too much work on in the last sort of couple of months. Sort of pretty much concentrating more on the YouTube side of things. I'm kind of told repeatedly by my friends, or one particular friend, that I should be doing more posts. I kind of follow most of the news, things like that. And then the other thing that I really should do is sort of do more kind of things like packing and cruise port recommendations, because that kind of tends to where it works. This is a little bit behind here. This is quite a long way behind. I don't know how it's like this, but 26,000 fans or likes on Facebook, 400 followers on Instagram, Pinterest 400. I don't really do any Pinterest. I was doing it, but I'm not at the moment. 56 followers on Twitter. Twitter I want to do more of, but every time I post, I don't sort of get anywhere with it. So, and then 7,500 subscribers. Now it's 9,600, I believe, if anyone can correct me. If you guys want to post anything in the comments, please. It's a little bit easier for me to give feedback to comments than me just sort of yabbering away, I guess, or talking away. But yeah, so basically in the part of the website where I've got these packing ideas, like 25 cruise tips, weird things you might never have thought to take on your cruise, 5 of the best travel products for your next cruise. These are kind of different posts that I came up with. I probably should do a lot more of these. This is actually one I did, well, reasonably in August last year. I kind of really liked how this one kind of came out kind of quite nice. These sort of just different ideas, like these silicone travel bottles for your creams and lotions and stuff. Wrinkle releaser, potpourri. Have you guys heard of potpourri? It's like a spray for the toilet that you can use. I've never heard of it before cruise ships. I'll just post a link here to the travel plug video that I made on the Horizon. If you haven't seen that on the channel, check it out. I'm not the best at kind of promoting myself on the live streams. I wasn't expecting big crowds of people here. I should probably share this into my own. Let me just do that, shall we? Get shareable link. Yeah, thanks to anybody who's watching, by the way. It's not expected to be big crowds. We have got 4 likes, so that's good news. So thanks anybody who's liked the live stream. Like the like. That's a lot of words to get out. We might just post this over here, share it. This is my Facebook I've got open here as well. This is my friend here, Mickey. This is going to go away pretty quick. He's a steakhouse server on the Panorama right now. I guess he's showing the mask that they get given. I'll just go back to that because it's kind of neat. He's a really cool guy, by the way. He worked in the shops with me. And then while we were on the Horizon, he met the person that hires for the F&B or food and beverage on the cruise ships. And he asked for a job in F&B. And he went to the Steakhouse College. They've got a college that they've got to go through. You can't just sort of literally work in there even as somebody that's in the dining room. They go on a college, like a training course. Oops. All right, I'm just going to type this first for some live cruise chat and packing ideas. We're going to talk about packing ideas. That makes sense. He got a job in the steakhouse. So yeah, he did the Steakhouse College, and he's now working on the Panorama. He was on the Vista last contract, I think. So now he's on Panorama, and he loves it. Good on him, I think. If you want to stay on cruise ships and you want to, anyone that works on cruise ships across all departments on the ship has a chance to basically, what do you call this? Apply to other departments and get a job, or hopefully get a job. So the links from that website post there go over to a Amazon shop, I guess you would call it. I think it's called a shop, or a shop front, I think they call it over here. So I kind of put this together here. Yeah, amazon.com/shop. Should just put this in the comments, shouldn't I? So that anybody wants to click on it, I guess. Let's just post that in the comments. Yeah, if you guys want to check out anything to buy for your future cruise, I've kind of put a whole lot of ideas here. I always see a lot of posts on Facebook about things to buy. What should I pack for my cruise? What's some ideas? What's some things I might remember or forget? I've kind of made a little bit of a cruise shop right here. So just if anyone buys anything from Amazon from this link, there is a small commission paid indirectly to me, I guess. I don't earn really any money from this. It's like pennies. but it costs nothing as part of your shopping. So you just basically click something, buy something, pay as you pay, deliver as you get it delivered. So if you do want to buy like a car on there or a house or something, I will get instantly rich. But if you're buying, a deck of playing cards, it'll be like half a cent. So yeah. So yeah, there's this kind of, I put this into categories, this storefront, idealists visible on your store. I think this is kind of my thing that I see. See what others see. I think I really wanted to see what I see. Oh, it's the same. So um so yeah, I put it into different categories. So cruise first aid kit. Actually, we'll click through these and just have a look. This is not the whole of Amazon, by the way. So yeah, aloe vera, alcohol pads, like the things to clean if you're going to change your earrings and stuff like that. Little mini first aid kit. Actually, a few different first aid kit ideas right here. These kind of, like 50 in one or 25 in one mini first aid kits. And then there's some different Bonine and Dramamine here. Should probably expand this a little bit more with more first aid related things, but I just find that these sort of pre-made packs kind of just work much better for cruising than having to decide on everything. Cruise luggage tags, there's kind of a lot of choices for these, but these are these hard plastic, they're kind of like Ziploc hard plastic luggage tag holders. And they've got a metal ring that's unscrewable to attach to your luggage. And then the whole reason why there's a few different ones here for the different cruise lines. So Holland America, Royal Caribbean, Carnival. So yeah, the pre-printable ones. A lot of people, there's no reason, you don't need these, by the way, but they're kind of an amazing thing to have because they're completely reusable. They're very strong. They're designed, so they're designed for use over and over and over again. You can literally just print them out from your computer, your luggage tags. There's like pre-perforated folds that you can make, then just staple it to your luggage. When you take it to the pier, then it'll get sort of put through to your cabin. Caroline says, "Why are you still in Russia?" Yeah, I'm waiting for my visa. Actually, I was talking with my wife today. We were sort of talking for quite a while. This like over lunch today. So she made a really amazing Caesar salad. I think she's trying to make me healthy. So yeah, had Caesar salad for lunch. And I thought I plugged in the wrong cable. I've got a cable in my hand. It's my phone cable. Panicking the microphone wasn't plugged in. And what was I saying? Yeah. So basically, I put my visa application in for the residency visa for Russia, but ideally it would be ready in 2 months, but they're saying up to 4 months. We applied for it well before Christmas. They've obviously got a lot of non-working days here over Christmas and New Year for Russian, like Orthodox Christmas, New Year, Russian Christmas. So yeah, there's a lot of non-working days which just don't get counted towards anything. So effectively, I won't be in Russia when I fly back to the cruise ships. By the way, we're well away from anything going on. Honestly and truly, I was in Moscow Center today. I was in Red Square. I walked by Bolshoi Theater and Alexander Garden, which is the one right by the Kremlin. And you honestly, that area where I walked, you wouldn't have any clue that there was anything going on. And then I was just saying, I was at Pushkin Square going to McDonald's there, and I know yesterday they had some protesting, like people that are basically against what's going on. And then they had a little bit of police presence there yesterday, and they were arresting people all over the place because it was like streamed on the news here on the TV. And then I thought I'd go there today. I went to McDonald's, really. I've been to that McDonald's before. It's the first one in Russia. Actually, I've got a video on this channel about that first McDonald's in Russia that you can watch. I did a kind of tour of it, I guess. And I just thought I'd go see. And I was saying there that there was a ton of police and military and the, what do you call the guys with the helmets and the batons and things like that and the shields? Those guys were there, the riot police, I guess you call them. Yeah, but there was really nothing going on. There was just tons of them. Then I went down a red square and there was nothing going on there. And I asked my wife when I got home, and she said it's quite symbolic or traditional that if people protest in Moscow, they tend to do it at one of the kind of squares or parks. They know if they do it in Red Square or anywhere near that area, that it would be over in seconds. So they tend to do it a little bit away from anything that happens in Red Square. It just doesn't get touched. And there was no difference when I walked around Red Square. The only difference was they had a few of the, those like barricades that come out of the ground, those kind of like remote control ones that stop traffic going through roads when they want to block like whole streets off. They had those up, which that's just they quite often do that on the weekends when there's more people around. That wasn't any difference. So blogging trucker, I did just read your comment before going live. I hadn't had the YouTube on today at all. So how about making a mustard drill instruction video? Yeah, it's a little bit hard not being on the ship. It might be something I could probably film easier once I'm on board. It might be just a little bit easy just to talk about it from being on the ship physically. Now on most cruise lines and Carnival particularly have got what's called the e-muster or e-mustering, which is everyone doesn't have to go there now at the same time. You can basically go there from the point that you get on the ship until sail away and basically check in, and they'll give you the life jacket demonstration as people turn up. So yeah, groups of people just sort of literally turn up, you scan your card on their tablets, and you don't have to go through the entire announcement from the cruise director and captain anymore. There's a video running in your room when you get on the ship. So if you ever notice when you get on the ship at embarkation, the channel on your TV is the safety drill video. So they've basically simplified that process of being on the cruise. That makes sense. So yeah, I will think about it. I don't know if there's a way I can film it from in my kitchen here in Moscow. I guess I can talk about it, but it's just a little bit difficult. Amit says, do you have a specific region you are looking to go on a cruise? For me, I'd love to go to Antarctica, but the company I work for doesn't have ships that go down there. I'd love to go to Tahiti. The cruise line, of course, working on Carnival, most of the ships are based around the US. So Alaska, Mexican West Coast, so out of Long Beach. Some go to Hawaii. East Coast, over to Bermuda, out of New York. Mostly are Florida, Texas, a lot of the ships. So, looks like I've been asked multiple times about going on the Carnival Horizon because they want me to get back in that liquor store. So that's kind of the plan, I think, to go back there. On the Horizon, it's kind of the first ship. Okay, I guess Panorama, Vista, Horizon together. They were the first ships to have standalone liquor stores on deck 4, whereas all the shops are on deck 5. Other cruise lines have been doing this for years. Carnival never did this where they had separated stores. When I worked on MSC, we had our own liquor store. On Holland America too, I was on the old New Amsterdam years ago. MSC, I was on Orchestra, and we had a separate Orchestra had a very nice liquor store. Actually, it was a liquor store, and it had Swarovski and Lladro, the crystal, the porcelain ornaments in there. So it was kind of like a really strange sort of liquor store setup, but it was very nice. Cool. Yeah, so I don't think I can do anything kind of from land making that kind of instructional video. Yeah, I know what you mean. A lot of people search for that particular video before the cruise. Yeah, I guess I could somehow kind of get that video when I'm on the ship and incorporate it into a video myself. I've always said that the cruise lines could actually give, I was thinking of a DVD years ago. This is like 10 years ago. I thought about it before YouTube, and that crew members should have access to a lot of the safety trainings before coming on the ship. And you can basically watch like things maybe via a website with an an e-learning website or portal where you could watch a lot of the safety and instructional videos and security training and things like that. And now a lot of COVID what do you call this? COVID trainings and things like that. So I always thought that would be a good idea. Like I could have a DVD or like a thumb drive I could watch from my phone on the flight over. But pretty much, I don't know. I guess it's maybe a mandatory thing. They've got to do those safety trainings before the ship sails, and then within so many hours of the ship sailing for crew members. And they've got to be done, I guess, by one of the officers on the ship. So, Neil, how are we going? Sorry, I've kind of got the camera here and that screen open over here and over here. So, how's things? Yeah, I guess you're looking forward to your cruise soon. Carnival, there's some cruises to Iceland. Yes, I think that's the one that you're going, aren't you, Neil? I'm pretty sure. Is it on the Legend that you said that you're going? Pride or Legend? I think Legend, wasn't it? Yeah, they look cool. Yeah, the European kind of cruises, very cool. I was on the original Carnival Legend cruise that did the London to New York itinerary. When Legend came out, it did the stop in Reykjavik, Iceland, and then came over to Canada and then to New York. I can record it for you next week. Yeah, I don't know if, I guess you could maybe film it with your phone. Just always remember everything in horizontal if you're going to make videos. Haven't you performed the muster drill on your ships before? I have, right? Yeah, basically I was muster station leader on the Horizon. I was in the casino. I think it was kind of interesting at the time. I was the only non-officer to be a muster station leader on the Carnival Horizon. The safety officer on there and the ship's officers really loved the way that I ran the muster station drills. Yeah, I was in the casino as part of that. Casino is probably the hardest muster. It was when we were doing the full drill. It was the hardest muster station to do the drills by a long way, and to keep everybody controlled. And the amount of people that kind of came and walked through there, because it's kind of a thoroughfare, rather than it being in a dining room and so on. And then I was in the aft dining room on Horizon, one of the contracts as well, which is kind of 2 stories. And then I end up getting the microphone and making the announcements and, telling people, the cruise director cuts in and does things, but I would do the talking on the microphone and things like that. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, doing the muster station drills. Iceland on the Pride in July, Greenland on the Legend. Oh, so both Spirit class ships. Yeah, I wonder. Do you want? I guess I wonder why they've chosen Spirit class ships to do these itineraries over, let's say, Conquest class or the I guess, what do they call, Horizon class? I remember being in the casino. Yeah, it was that was probably the most challenging muster station. You just have, the thing is, right, working on the ship, you kind of, other crew members that are in the muster station with you have to remember that guests or you guys cruising have just walked on the ship. You may have never cruised before. You may never know, how the muster station drill works. This is when we were doing the full drills with, entire 4,000 guests at the same time. And it was a matter of just teaching the other crew to, to remember that it's the first time for guests doing it. And, they walk in there not knowing what to do. And it's expected that we know they know. We know they know. Brandon says, if you get on there between now and April, I'll see you there. Hopefully. Let's keep saying hopefully a few times. March next month should be my visa time. Should be. So, You'd be telling everyone, yeah, you kept telling everyone to be quiet. Yeah, that's the toughest thing, is to keep the noise down and people not to talk and things like that. And yeah, we were with those tablets. We had those Panasonic like tough books that we could go around and scan people's cards with. And yeah, I guess the whole point of the drills like that was, if someone can show authority, and look like we know what we're doing, and we did, right? I mean, everybody knew their role and things like that. Then the drill can go much, much smoother. But if the crew members just sort of stand around and kind of look at the air and stare around and aren't proactive, then it can go all over the place. Stronger hull construction for ice. I think we talked about this before, didn't we? I guess the Finland-made ships versus the Italian ships. I guess we'll put it down to that, the construction in the different countries. You did a very good job, Russell. Thanks. I'm seeing the comments before the comments. I watched a guy. There's obviously tons and tons of Ukraine and Russia content on YouTube at the moment, like tons. I guess I'm seeing it more from over here than anybody else. But there was a guy called Baklikov. That's his last name, Sergei Baklikov, and he has a YouTube channel. And he's actually from Ufa, which is from where my wife is from. And I watched him years and years and years ago, kind of when I first met my wife. And he does a lot of live streaming now, where he walks around the city with the camera and just talks back to the camera as he walks. And he was very upset about his live stream the other day because it was so far behind the chat than him talking, right? So the chat comes up, before and after you're talking, and so you're not doing it especially when there's a lot of comments, you know what I mean? There's only a few of us here, so I always said one day you will become a captain on a ship. Oh, thanks. I'd like to just become like the safety officer, or I always made a joke with the safety officer on the horizon that I was the like assistant safety officer, because he knew how good I could run the muster station drills. And he wanted me in every lounge, right? In every one I can only go in one of the muster stations. I always showed up early. I was kind of over prepared with getting there earlier, changing the chairs around on, like when I was in the dining room, I think on Breeze. Is it on Breeze? I was in one of the dining rooms and we prepared chairs in a different direction so it blocked traffic and people walking, and making sure that the other crew members were in the right positions when we got there to the drill. And then on one of the ships, we started to carry paddles, like with the lifeboat numbers or the muster station lettering. So we had to basically make sure people stood in, the corridors and the elevators and stuff like that. So, yeah, thanks. Not quite the captain, but yeah. So just going back to this, I Like Cruise Ships Amazon page here. So again, we'll just go through some of the different kind of categories. Cabin essentials. So yeah, if you guys want to chat away at the same time, some good ideas here. So I posted in the comments in the chat here the link to the YouTube, to the Amazon page. Yeah, Amazon.com/shop/I Like Cruise Ships, one word. So yeah, this is the cabin essentials one. There's quite a few more in here. So yeah, these little travel plugs, magnetic hooks. All ships have magnetic walls. So and these different sort of battery operated. I've got one right here. These battery operated temperature dials. So it's got a sensor in it. It just tells you the temperature in the room. This one's actually got a second sensor, which I stick on the outside of the balcony window here. So right now it's minus 1.7 outside. That's Celsius. And 26 Celsius. Yeah, so there's quite a few different options on those. And you can set them as an alarm clock as well. Yeah, there's like a USB nightlight here. Uno cards. These are the battery operated LED ones. These are kind of like magnetic ones, so they can stick on the walls and the ceiling. I mean, it's the cabins have ample lighting. I mean, that's not ever a problem. But these over the door shoe racks. These are very popular as well. They hook over the cabin doors or the bathroom door particularly. And some different travel plugs where you've got the USB sockets and things like that. So I've got one of those kind of, that's probably in the wrong category. These are those little travel containers for your creams and lotions. I think that's luggage packing ideas. It's kind of got those fold up, what do you call these, like vanity cases? Mostly ladies tend to use these, put all their cream. My wife has one full when we go on holidays anywhere. So shoe bags, good idea. Got the luggage tags in the wrong one as well. I guess luggage and packing ideas make sense. Padlocks. Then these are the weighing scales right here, this one. So you could use this one for weighing the luggage beforehand or on the way home. Good idea. Donkey Kong. That's kind of a cool YouTube name. Cruise ships equal Motel 6 water rides. Yeah, it's probably not fair, really. Motel 6. I mean, I know I think I've stayed in one Motel 6 in my entire life, and I didn't particularly think it was a high quality hotel. Most of the time, I stay in La Quintas because that's the company that is associated with the company I work for in America. So we tend to end up in La Quintas all the time, everywhere. So yeah, I guess Motel 6 water rides. I guess maybe you're saying like some of the cruise lines are a bit cheaper than others. I'm not probably one. I guess I'd agree to disagree with you. I mean, the levels of cleanliness and hygiene and the amount of staff that work on cruise ships, they're just next level. Blogging Trucker says about the luggage tags are very popular. Yeah, that original, if I go back to the luggage tag link right here, the different ones for each of the different cruise lines. Actually, my lanyard that I wear when I get off on in the ports of call, we get a kind of a immigration landing permit, like a little paper that's stamped by immigration that we have to carry, and it fits exactly beautifully in these plastic holders. I'll just click on this one a bit bigger. Exactly the size. There's someone's cabin one right there. Exactly this size of plastic, and I've got that and it hooked on my lanyard. Actually, some people put even like credit cards and cash in them and use them as a extra kind of thing with their lanyard. So yeah, I like cruise ships. Top 10. This is kind of neat. These are kind of the most popular. Is there 10 there? I hope there is. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 9 there. Oh my god. Yeah, just basically a lanyard where you can put cards in. I guess that's one of my top 10 items. Potpourri, the spray for the toilets and the bathroom, over the door shoe rack, or even this one you can put in all your shampoos and stuff in it as well. Reusable straws, that's part of my top 10. Luggage generally, a lot of people, I guess, underpack, if you want to say that, especially where you drive to a cruise. Take an extra luggage, take more things. Over prepare yourself, especially maybe on your first cruise. And each cruise you go on afterwards, you can pare back, as much as you like then. Bathroom checklist. What have I got here? Oh, wet wipes or wet ones. These are probably more important now than they ever were before. So, good suggestion. It's one of those shower caddies that you can hang over the bathroom shower, the fixture for the shower. That makes sense. One of these sewing kits. These are probably definitely not really bathroom item, but these travel sewing kits. I know guests coming in the shops where I work on the ships ask for the sewing kits all the time, and we never have them in stock. I think they've even stopped carrying them now as part of one of the items in the shops. Yeah, that's another video I'll make once I'm on board too, is like just pointing out the things that the shops sell, especially amenities. and taking certain things, what they have and what they don't have, and what extra things you should pack. I know there's quite a few other YouTubers that have made videos, like packing for my cruise videos. I saw a crew member that works on cruise ships did one, and she put a roll of carpet. I might make a video about like, how you do those like responding to someone videos. So you do a video about someone else's video. I might do like a responding video, because she works on Virgin cruise ships, Virgin Voyages. And one of the things she's bringing with her is a small like roll of carpet for her cabin, which I just think's completely bonkers. And the other one she had was like a duvet, like an entire duvet. I mean, I don't know how she fits it all in her suitcase, but just some things you don't need to bring. Neil says I can do a 14-day cruise with just a carry-on bag, do the laundry service on board. Yeah, look, you know what I remember from the cruise in Europe out of Barcelona, because we were in the new terminal there, and we got a kind of walk through of it and things like that, or we did, I did anyway. But the amount of small luggage and the fact that people had flown over to Europe, they were coming on these 10-day cruises and so on, and how little the bags were. It was kind of, for me, a bit of a surprise that people could take that long cruise and then have such small amount of stuff. I mean, I only really have one suitcase, and then my rolling bag tends to have mostly like stuff for the cabin, like plugs and cables and chargers and all silly bits and bats that I just have on the desk or in the drawer in the cabin. And my luggage would have my work uniforms and then just clothes generally. So yeah. Brandon says I can pack for a 14-day cruise in a carry-on now. Just use laundry. Wow, you guys, jinx. You guys like literally said very much the same things. That's kind of neat. I bring a second bag with just gifts for the crew. Russell, you should talk about what are some most requested items with the crew need that they can't get. Yeah, I did make a video about it quite a few months ago. Like the things that crew members want. And I actually asked one of the cabin stewards, I really want to get somebody to film something for me. Actually, you could probably do that when you go on the cruise. Just use your phone and film crew members like, I'd really like this item or that item or this item. And I asked a cabin steward who I know who's on, I think he's on Dream, like what's a kind of a basic list of things. He asked for Doritos. What else did he ask for? I don't remember. He did ask for things like perfume and deodorants and stuff. I made like a top 5 things that, he asked for. Just snacks, junk food, I guess you could kind of call it that. I mean, crew members just want to go to the cabin and just sit and watch a movie or watch TV, sit on the bed and eat some junk food. You don't really love the crew mess food all the time. So, might share this into the other famous group that I've tried to get famous. What's it called? Cruise News Tips and Chat. Join me for some live chat and fun. I guess we're having fun, aren't we? And fun. We got the right link? I think I haven't. I've got the Amazon link. Let's get the other link over here. So, I hope you find this kind of interesting, just talking about packing and things like that. If you are watching it on replay, again, I put the link in the description. I'll put the link in the description once the video sort of ends, if that makes sense. And if anyone wants to go to that Amazon page to have a look at things that I put in those sort of look at any of the things in those Amazon categories that I put together, it just jogs your memory of things that you could bring. My wife packs a 21-inch suitcase inside her large suitcase in case for all the junk she buys during the cruise. Yeah, to bring things home extra. Yeah, a lot of crew members do that as well. They end up going on the ship with one bag and coming home with two or sometimes three, and then even pay for extra luggage on the way home. Yeah, these couple of other ideas here for this bathroom checklist. There's those Burt's Bees. I think this is Burt's Bees, right? These like chapstick kind of gift packs, I guess you would call it. The one that's got the little mini lotions, the hand and foot cream, things like that. I bought this for my wife before, and she also buys one of these sort of ones at L'Occitane. L'Occitane. They've got these kind of different. It's not really the best photos, but yeah, chapstick's another one that's a very simple thing to remember for the cruise. And the other ones over here, there's like these kind of pre-made travel packs. It's kind of a men's and a women's one. Convenience kits, international men's premium 20-piece kit. It's got just a bit of everything kind of thrown in there. So comb, clippers, toothbrush, shampoo, deodorant, mouthwash. With these toothpicks, I think those flossing picks, shaver. So yeah, it's kind of got a bit of everything in it. That's a men's version. There's a ladies one as well. Yeah, oral care, hair care, travel accessories. Oops, what am I doing? Yeah, there's a men's and a ladies one that you could kind of use. What's the ladies one got in? It'd be probably pretty much similar, I think, just the ladies alternative. That's not really a great photo. 21 pieces. So yeah, same thing. Hairbrush, nail file. Oh, the earplugs, mask. Okay, ladies products. Yeah, same kind of thing there. The shaver and different shampoos and things like that. And they're all travel size ones. Temporarily out of stock. Well, that's not handy, but $18 one option. So yeah, they're not expensive, and it's kind of forget me not big packing list of things. So yeah, this is actually all the things that I use to make my YouTube videos. Actually, that's my little tripod, my mount. That's my phone. The extra little micro SD card, the case, and microphone. This is actually exactly what I use. This was my old camera that I had before too, so I should probably update that. Seasickness readiness. It's another little kind of list here. These are kind of all of the different ideas here. The wristbands, different types of bonine with ginger. That's kind of, a lot of people suggest ginger for seasickness. The patches, and then the Dramamine and seasickness bags. They do provide them on the cruise, so no need to bring those really. Going ashore checklist. Yeah, so I'm just chatting away here, by the way. So if you're watching this on replay later, hope you found it interesting. I wasn't expecting lots of people to be watching today. So most people tend to be a bit more curious about me being in Russia than the live stream. So I am in Moscow, Russia at the moment. Yeah, the sunscreen, I think that's pretty much a given if going on a Caribbean cruise, particularly. Yeah, Brandon says there, are your links set up so you get a little bit of a kickback? Yes, I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier, and I guess I'll probably have to put that into once I change the description of the video, I'll put it in there. Yeah, there's basically, it's called Amazon Associates. I think this one doesn't show it up here. There's kind of a little earnings link. And then also they call it Side Stripe, which I can actually create a link for any item. And it basically it's called a cookie that goes into your computer or your phone that basically links back to the original link. If that makes sense. So Yeah. So yeah, if you kind of go to the, what do you call this again? This link. Oh my gosh, I'm getting everything what I'm calling it. Yeah, I'll put it again in the chat so we can keep up with it a little bit more. Over here, I think I can do it from that one. So yeah, basically once it cookies your phone or your computer, anything you buy. I remember quite a lot of years ago when I first set this up. I think the first thing that I sold was fish tank gravel. So somebody basically clicked through, probably from the website, I imagine, and they bought fish tank gravel. So, but I guess any purchases, it is. If you ever, I watch. I was trying to learn a little bit more about how to do affiliate marketing on my website, and one guy kind of makes websites, like teaching how to make websites, and he does kind of case studies where he made one website about roof boxes for the top of your car. It's called bestroofbox.com. No, I before. Yeah, it is. It's kind of not a typo. It was kind of a typo when I did it years ago. So it's kind of a bad typo, if that makes sense. Unfortunately, when I set everything up, I think I missed putting the I at the beginning of I like cruise ships. So like the I and then L was a bit of a typo, but it's a kind of a good typo. Can't click on in the link in the phone version of YouTube. I'm not sure what that means. Let's go to an item. All right, actually, I was looking at that aloe vera earlier. So this banana boat one, I know everybody knows that. So my thing here has this. So it has a text link. So I can actually create a link right here. And then when I post it, that's the exact link that you can click. You might have to highlight it. It probably doesn't. Oh, right. Yeah. So you probably can't click directly. You'd have to copy and paste it, I guess. Does that make sense? Because it's not a clickable link. Yeah, I know what you mean now. So yeah, I guess you'll have to highlight it. I'll put it in the description of the video. Let me just go back there so that you can kind of pull it up. Back again, I think. So you can click. I guess even from the link in the description, it's not clickable either, is it? I think you have to kind of highlight it, and then oh, I can't do it from there either. Oh my gosh, everything going on. And edit title and description. Shopping link. Logging on the laptop. Oh, okay. I can't spell shopping. Yeah, that's the one thing. It's some things are not. Line brackets aren't allowed. Oh my gosh. Shopping link. There it is. So I put that in the description of the video. So yeah, I guess you're gonna have to kind of copy and paste to get to it. So sorry about that. Everyone else makes it out to be so easy, like these things that you kind of do, oh, the link's in the description. Yeah, it doesn't get me rich, by the way. Actually, as full transparency, I'll actually show you guys how little I earned from this. So the last 30 days, it's $12.25 just here. Let me just go to this one. It might be a bit bigger. Just hide that one. Yeah, so there's 233 clicks, 27 orders, 30 shipped items. $357 was spent, and I earned $12. So yeah, not a lot of not a lot of things, but yeah, travel plugs, magnetic hooks. These are mostly now all cruise related things, so that's kind of good. Vacuum storage bags. These are what people have purchased. It tells you how much. So someone spent $13 on magnetic hooks, and my cut, I guess, was 42 cents. But again, there's no effect on you making it a purchase. So yeah, it's not making me rich at all. I mean, I'm sure people make, people that do review videos of things daily, I'm sure they get crazy kind of commissions from this sort of thing. Oh, Daryl is here. How are we going, Daryl? How's things? Sorry again for the unscheduled live stream, but that's just my style. And tomorrow night, my wife's going to a concert in Moscow Center. And I was hoping in the morning we might book a hotel and stay in the city tomorrow night, so that she doesn't have to come home late. She back from the concert. So I guess in the morning time we might have a look at a cheap hotel in Moscow Center. There is cheap hotels, and then there's crazy price ones there. So the plan was I wouldn't be able to do a live stream tomorrow night, which will be Sunday afternoon. So yeah. Look, so that's why Daryl or Caroline, I just see now Caroline's here in the chat. Brandon before Blogging Trucker, Neil before. That's why I'm doing the live today. Again, I should have planned it out a bit earlier. Do you guys think I should do a midweek stream, maybe rather than a weekend one? I guess if we can do things around topics and things like that. So, all I need is a carry-on. Oh, Caroline says all I need is a carry-on, stress-free. Yeah, I guess it's a matter of kind of just paring back how much things you need and what you don't need, and what things are available on the ship to you. You know what I mean? Like you can use the shower gel and shampoo in the room, and then I pointed out in all the room tours that there's no conditioner in the room. This is for Carnival Cruise Line, of course. So yeah, I happen to have 4 items in my Amazon cart already. Might as well send a little love your way. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, if you do any purchasing through it, I guess the $12 might go to $13. I've got it set up for like a crazy payout. Like if it ever reaches a few $100s combined, Amazon pay you every month. Kind of, I think it's like 2 months behind in real life. I think I've got maybe 2 or 3, maybe 3 checks over the years. So if I could ever get to crazy amounts of money, I could get a check every month from them. Actually, it does post a check to me. Kind of crazy. Amazon doesn't do direct deposits for Australian bank accounts, which is very strange. Australia being a fairly, first world country. So it sends me a check in the mail, literally, and my mum takes it to the bank and deposits it for me. So literally. So yeah, Daryl, Caroline, Brandon, Neil, Blogging Trucker before. So yeah, if you kind of bring anything up from it, what do we got here? Pool Deck Essentials. So yeah, these travel bands, or what do you call it? They call towel bands. Sorry, is there a second photo of them? Oh yeah, this one. So you can wrap this band around the deck chair on the ship. This is one of the old fantasy class photos here, ships here in that photo too. Oh, that's a pretty cool photo of it. So you can basically just wrap it around and put the towel over the back of the chair. It's a cool idea. Actually, I didn't see these until recently. I should have known about these years ago, and I didn't. These towel clips are the ones that people have used for years. There's different versions of them in different animals. I wonder if there's a photo of how they clip over the chair. Maybe. No, there's not on this one. People would do more so they're better showing things. Sorry for jumping around, by the way. Let's see if this one has one. Yeah, like this. You can see. Just they're like over the chair clips for your towel so the towel doesn't blow away. Pretty sure Boca Clips, this is the brand that these guys have kind of come up with. I mean, look, there's no stopping you buying things at a local store. Even the dollar store. The Dollar Tree and dollar store. Here we have a shop called Fixed Price in Moscow. In Australia, we've got Red Dot and the Reject Shop, but there's no rejects in there. But Red Dot store is actually a Perth-based company where I'm from. But yeah, in Moscow, it's called Fixed Price, which is kind of nothing's fixed anymore. But it used to be everything for 50 rubles, which is basically about 70 cents. I don't know if anyone knows that the currency here in Russia has gone crazy and it shot up like just to silly levels. So in terms of me, as my wife just pointed out here, this is the graph, and you can see how much the ruble has gone up. So if you go back, this is in Russian, so it just makes it a bit harder. October, it was 70 rubles. This is a year graph. And it's gone up to 84 rubles to $1, or 83.9 there. Where's the 5-year one? So you can see it's sort of gradually gone up, depending on the different crises. Yeah, there's different ones there. I just missed what you said there. You should add those. Yeah, oops. Oh, I pulled up Dilly's mention. Give me a second, Dale. Yeah, you should add those. Yeah, I might gonna go through and sort of update this a little bit more. I guess maybe Brandon, you're probably talking about the going and doing a video. I was actually thinking about this as well while I was in the US, and I didn't. Miami doesn't really have one, but in Galveston we could go to the dollar store, Dollar Tree, the Dollar Tree or Family Dollar, I think it's called, and do a walk around in the dollar store of things you should buy for your cruise. It's not really a matter of me getting money from Amazon from linking and stuff like that, but I guess just the the fact that everything's in one place. Amazon's such a massive online shopping platform around the world now. So yeah, this is my nephew here, Dale. He has his channel, It's Dilly. I posted on Amazon link, but I guess it didn't show up in the chat, you mean? There's nothing showing here. I've got, let me just move that to live. I don't think it doesn't hide anything. Everything's there, so it doesn't show up in the if you put anything in the chat. 6-pack COVID vaccine card holders. Yeah, didn't I not have that as one of my things? I'm sure I did. I know what you mean totally. Yeah, these COVID, vaccine card holders. Oh, card protectors. Yeah, I know about these ones, and I've actually posted about these on the I Like Cruise Ships Facebook page quite a while back. Yeah, there's quite a few different ones. I've not looked. These are all really just the same thing. There's not like a big difference. 11,000 comments. I guess we'll add this one. So I just go like this. I just click the link. And then over here, it's got add to list. I can just put it here into the different categories. So luggage packing one, I'll put it into. Actually, I might put this also into, can I add it to another list? Maybe not. I should put it into my top 10 and make it as part of my top 10. This one's got 2,000. That's crazy. 2,000. What size? I don't really like that one. Kind of like the ones that can go on a lanyard. They're kind of really ideal. 4,000. I'll put this one into the top. What was that noise? Hmm. I guess everybody kind of jumps now whenever there's a noise in Moscow. Where's the top 10 items one? Is it there? Yeah, I'll put it. Oh, there you go. I think maybe it's 11 items in there now in the top 10 list. So let's just get back to. Oh, it's over here. I like cruise ships Amazon page. Yeah. So Brandon, yeah, I know I posted about them in the actually I think on Facebook. I'm almost certain that in this like little mini shopping thing on Facebook. So there's a little kind of shopping. I'm pretty sure it's over here. And again, this is probably something I should fill out more. It's got like a little portal. I think no one's clicked this, I don't think. 4 clicks, 72 visitors. And then I've got items in there that I've kind of created. Collections. I don't know where it's not showing it. Of course not. Whenever I want to do something, it never works. But I've got sales channels. I don't want to add an item. I want to see the item. Yeah, there's 17 items in there from the Facebook page. In this catalog of things. Is it this one? Items. And I've got things added in over here. Yeah, this one over here, vaccine holder down the bottom. And it kind of just links back to things it's the same way, basically, and you can set it up the same way. Point. Brandon says 7 cents is heading your way. Oh, thanks. Yeah, look, there is some vloggers and bloggers and all sorts of things, and you see in so many YouTube videos the adverts that are added into there, and link in the description, link in the description. I've never been sent or given anything, or I was trying to get one guy to send me the travel plugs. I've emailed a few different people to get them to send me some, and they just don't want to do it. I guess they just don't want to pay out of their pocket, thinking that they're going to lose money on it. But I think the amount of referrals from it, even the cabin secrets video here on the channel, which shows me showing the plug under the bed on Carnival ships, and then I've got the link there to buy different European travel plugs, and that's probably earned more money over the course of the years than anything. But I guess from doing affiliate marketing, like on the website, where I do like packing, top 5 packing ideas, top 12 packing ideas, and you can do them forever, but it's a matter of people finding that post. If I did more news posts, like if you go to the website, and okay, this is the last thing that I posted here. Carnival Jubilee bookings open. So it had 800 views. But the actually, that's an ad right there. Actually, I didn't even add all these ads. There's ads everywhere. So these are the ads from the website, which I don't add in. They kind of get placed into the post. Wow, there's way too many of them. Read more about cruise ships. Oh, that one doesn't even have links to it. Let's see if the Lego one has one. Yeah, I did a thing about the Lego model. Yeah, this is no linking to this, but I'm sure you can probably buy it on Amazon, I'm sure. I should have probably found that link. MSC has a Lego model. think none of these even have links. This is how much I'm not doing very good marketing of my website. Maybe the Jubilee one. It's got Agoda. It's got all these hotel ones. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. There must be some hotel payout one somewhere where I'm going to get rich from a hotel link. I wonder if that Lego Titanic is on there. Titanic. Sure, it probably is. Yeah, $999 for that Lego Titanic model. So someone just buys that from Amazon, I'll be very rich. It's like a very tiny percentage of the sales, by the way. So don't ever think I'm getting very rich from it. Guess I could probably just make every video about shopping. And eventually everybody watching all of these will click the website link to this storefront here, Amazon storefront. So one friend who lives in Florida, Gabby, her name is, we worked on ships years ago, and she says she does a lot of even grocery shopping and food shopping on Amazon. I guess there's like a food shopping link, and I keep, I told her about it, and then she's trying to remember to go over to my link to buy things because it doesn't affect anybody that clicking through the link, So yeah. So I hope everyone's kind of like this live stream. I know it's probably a little bit different to, talking about cruise ships how we have before. So I didn't really want to just spend time watching the ships sailing out here as we've done in other videos. We talked a little bit about the mask mandate for Carnival ships. But yeah, just going over some of the packing ideas for a cruise. Just thought it might be an interesting kind of different way to look at a live stream. I guess I could make like a crazy Russia invades Ukraine title, and I'd probably get thousands of people watching, but it's not really what I want to do. I'm even hesitant to post anything on Facebook or check-ins or, that I'm here or I'm there somewhere. I mean, Russians don't really like what's going on. I mean, I'd be very, very honest with you. You know what I mean? It seems to be like just a bit of a political thing that's sort of happened, not the consensus of every Russian here in Moscow or Russia generally. So yeah, it's crazy times we're in. So yeah, I might call it a day. We're at 90 minutes into the live stream. Yeah, thanks for everyone that's posted a like. We've got 7 likes. I mean, I don't expect big crowds of people watching live streams, so that's normal for my live streams. I wish I could get hundreds of people watching, but it's not always the case. So yeah, I'm going to sign off from here. Whoever's still watching now, Brandon's still here. I think these are videos. There are some there are videos from some other travel vloggers talking about the cancellation of cruises to St. Petersburg. Yeah, that's actually news that's come up. Actually, I noticed that on Twitter kind of a fair bit in the last 2 days. That there was, I'll just click away from this. I'm not sure which Holland, America. I don't know if probably on the Carnival Corporation. Is this the Holland America one? I'll just see if I can bring this up. I think this one doesn't have it. I think it's on the Carnival Corporation. Carnival Corp News. Yeah, so the ships that kind of do the Baltic itineraries, I think pretty much all the cruise lines are going to end up There's not too much. This is Carnival Corporation's kind of combined. That won't work from Russia. I think slowly I'm going to get blocked out of a lot of websites. First look at Carnival Celebration. I think we've seen they're not posting their photos there. Where's my mouse? Ada Cosmos arrives in Hamburg. Yeah, I think Twitter kind of had, I think it probably might have gone away now from the posts about it. Yeah, so there's one here from Princess. In light of the current situation evolving in Ukraine, we understand that it may raise some questions about upcoming voyages. We're monitoring the situation closely and will amend itineraries as necessary. Some replies down here. As someone who is has booked on 2 sailings next year, I will be evaluating which cruise lines do business with Russia and adjusting my brand loyalty accordingly. Support Ukraine and stop doing business with Russia. Wow. Stop all cruises to Russia. Do not give them any money. Wow. Okay. So that's getting a little bit full on. I give you till 2:25, 12 noon to cancel all cruises. Wow. Yeah, and look, I understand people's kind of crazy, not crazy, but their thoughts about everything going on. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to be fairly standard across all companies that are kind of standing with Ukraine, I guess, if you want to call it that. So yeah, someone else posted. This is basically probably just a travel or general. Disappointed with HAL Cruises update on my July Baltic cruise, saying we are mending. Or maybe the HAL page has the thing there. Does it? Let's see. Some cool photos though. That's a very cool photo. I think these guys post like just things just round the clock. So Twitter is just so much information. There's a really neat photo of Wonder of the Seas here. They basically went over to Coco Cay. Will that show? This is the ice skating rink on Wonder of the Seas. I guess they can digitally put a different video image over the ice skating rink. This is the guy that does all of the shows for Royal Caribbean, Nick Weir. He's like the guy in charge of all shows for our Royal Caribbean. Yeah, pretty much, I guess, every cruise line here. So there's NCL, their parent company, Norwegian Cruise Line, Oceania Cruises, Regent Cruises. Cancellation about 50 summer calls in St. Petersburg. So, wow. So those guys will be fuming that this is sort of panned out. Yeah, nice skating rink. Yeah, that's the, like, I guess they call it Studio B on most of the ships. Yeah, I guess they've maybe got a projection. Yeah, Studio B's got a hashtag right here. Lunar surface. So yeah, projecting map. I guess you've got a lot of different hashtags. Should probably read it a bit clearer. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Got like a moon surface on the ice skating rink. So I guess they're going to doing some kind of moon landing kind of show, I guess. Yeah, this guy's pretty neat to follow. He posts a lot of stuff about the shows on the Senior Vice President, Creator in Chief at RCL Entertainment. 7,000 followers. And I've got 50 followers on Twitter. So yeah, I think all the cruise lines. The main street in St. Petersburg. Yeah, this 1 million views. What? I could be famous. This is St. Petersburg. Why they don't film in horizontal? Come on, everything always vertical. Yeah, last night they had this in Moscow. I guess the police. So there's a few police. Oh no, these are just media maybe. But yesterday in Moscow, they were like arresting people all over the place. It was just insane. When I went there today, really, I think they kind of learned a little bit from the craziness and made this just ring of exclusion from Pushkin Square where they were doing the protesting. I want to go there for a holiday. Where's that place? Really beautiful and laid back. I really want to go there, wherever that is. Oh my gosh. Take me there on holiday. Yeah, this is kind of neat. We should probably just do like a Twitter review, like a live stream talking about Twitter posts. Yeah, Royal Caribbean's got 21 ships back at sea, more than 1 million guests have sailed. 1,500 attitude adjustments on up and away. That's the at the Coco Cay. They've got the balloon ride that you can take. 24 home ports. Yeah, 500,000 people have visited the private island. I guess this is about Coco Cay. 80,000 people have been on the. That's kind of interesting. If 500,000 people have been to the private island, only 80,000 people have paid for the ticket to the water park. 28,000 crew back at sea and fully vaccinated. That's kind of an interesting number. I think I want to save that photo. Where was it? Because it was a neat photo. Oh, maybe it's gone. I like to put them as desktop screensavers. Can you see my screensaver here that I've got already? Like one of the Holland America ships in Grand Turk. Yeah, this is the video that's kind of going to make crazy headlines. This is the president of Ukraine made a video outside the, I guess the president offices. I don't know where he was. Yeah, this is another thing from Royal Caribbean here. I guess they're doing some of the rehearsals in the main theater, in the main lobby here. They're having to do it with masks on. They're probably made to wear them, especially for the filming here, because there's no guests on board for the next few weeks. I think this is the this is not the dancers. I think this is maybe the entertainment team. There's a couple of neat photos of Virgin Voyages there. Scarlet Lady. Ship spotting. Yeah, I guess we could have done a whole thing about about Twitter. That's interesting to see the difference in size there. Freedom versus Wonder of the Seas. Yeah, I guess this one probably. Can we pull up that one? Gives you an idea of, Freedom is a big ship, and then to see Wonder next to it, how much difference it looks. Oops, no, I can't get out of things. Yeah, the pointsguy.com there. He's got, Windstar Cruises pulled out of Russia. I think pretty much every cruise line will have pulled out of. Yeah, Cruise High, my friend Emrys here has got the story there about NCL pulling out of Russian ports. So yeah, crazy times. Yeah, all right, I'm going to sign off 100% now. We've seen a bit on Twitter here. We've done a fair bit of shopping over on Amazon. Again, the link in the description. If you do want to have a look at anything for your upcoming cruise. Yeah, I'm going to sign off. Thanks everybody for watching. I've got 7 likes. Thank you for the likes. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream and cruise chat. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed already, so that you can catch a live stream as soon as they're next available. Bye, everybody. Catch you later. Bye.